With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Thursday night football? Not quite. We got some Thursday night volleyball first here at Alliance High School. A good EBC clash on hand. It is the Aviators and the Minerva Lions up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Harry Fales Gymnasium, named after legendary aviator Harry Fales, here at Alliance High School. You are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, we do have the long-winded sequence to begin. It's 2 of our teams tonight, and one of our interns on the call with me, Cooper Fontaine, and I am Nathan Smee. But back to you, Cooper. What a night for volleyball. Obviously, the big encore that we're all looking forward to is Thursday night football, but this is not a bad warm-up first.
No, absolutely not. I mean, these are two good EBC teams. We always see teams in the EBC being strong, and this is going to be a great matchup. Definitely a good warm-up for some Thursday night football. Can't wait to see the Eagles play the Cowboys tonight.
And for Alliance, the task is simple. Get your first EBC win in volleyball in a long time. They really haven't had much success volleyball-wise in this conference. Last year, 5-19, but the kicker right now, 3-5. This team, they did lose some players after last year, but they seem much improved at least through the first 8 games.
Yeah, they're on much better pace. I mean, like you mentioned, 5-19 last year, already 3 wins. They just need 2 wins to match that win total from the 2024 season. It's not bad. It's just the EBC is a tough conference for volleyball.
And then looking at the Minerva Lions, we got to see them again on Tuesday. We've seen them take on the best 2 teams in this conference. Last week it was West Branch. Tuesday it was Marlington. This a more manageable opponent, very similar to last week as the Thursday game for them. It was Salem, and that was a good victory for the Lions. However, From what we have been told, it is unconfirmed right now, but Ayla Schellenbarger, a good shot that she is not active tonight. She did take a ball off the noggin on Tuesday against Marlington. If she can't play, a couple other players, maybe even younger sister Hudson, would have to step up for the Lions if they are to be victorious tonight. As the clock hits 0, we will toss things downstairs to our public address announcer, and he will get us underway.
Set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been approved by both schools to provide their important role in tonight's match. The officials for tonight are Susan Kroll and Stephen Alexander. The line judges are Dan Dennis and Tish Tucker. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Alliance High School, and you are requested to regard them and treat them in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. Now to meet the teams. Visitors on the scoreboard, the Minerva Lady Lions. Head coach Tiffany Oakes. Assistant coaches Shawnette Schellenberger, Maggie Zipper, and Chelsea Hewlett. The non-starters, number 0, Ayla Schellenbarger. Number 1, Hudson Schellenbarger. Number 6, Carson Mariner. Number 14, Olivia McCrombie. Number 15, Joe Dow. Number 18, Avaya Morkel. Number 24, Callie Bettis. And number 25, Brooklyn Scott. The Lions starters, number 5, Emma Catlett. Number 9, Addison Cooker. Number 10, Clara Barker. Number 11, Adriana Kashkan. Number 13, Gracie Monterog Dyrek. Number 19, the captain, Rebecca Jackson. And number 20, the libero, Jenna Dow. Now for your host aviator. Head coach, Mariah Schaefer. Assistant coaches, Michaela Parfewitz and Phoebe Jackson. Your aviator non-starters, number 6, Maya Oyster. Number 8, Andrea Jones. Number 12, Michaela Baker. Number 33, Brooklyn Gordon. Number 27, Grayson Duranda. Your starters, number 1, Gianna Phillips. Number 2, one of the captains, Lily White. Number 3, Kirsten White. Number 5, Zoe Tenney. Number 18, the captain, Beta Lyons. Number 32, Kyla Blair. And number 22, Tasia Hendershot. Good luck, ladies.
Well, there you have it. We do have our answer. Ayla Schellenbarger out tonight due to concussion. So we will see how the Minerva Lions adapt without her in the lineup. But you are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, he's Cooper Fontaine. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Cooper, we're about to get underway. What is your key to victory for each side?
Well, for Minerva, I mean, we saw how they played against Marlington. They are a strong team, one of the strongest in the EBC, and the EBC is a strong conference. For them, they just need to make sure there are no little mistakes. Just keep it simple and stick to the game plan. For the Aviators, they're going to need to play a good game. Like you said, they are unfortunately not great in the EBC. They are 0-3 this year, but this is not a out of reach game for them. This is winnable. So they just need to play not a perfect game, but they need to play a good game, a strong game, and I think that they can win this.
And I think a lot of that comes with getting good receptions, no service errors, no hitting errors. It's going to happen, but you have to keep them at a minimum. That is going to be a key thing to look at. Going to the game that I was at last night, that was Mount Union and Case Western. A big thing that did kill Case, their inability as well to get aces. Mount Union had a total of 5 aces before Case got their first. That is a key thing to look at entering play tonight. And as well, something else to note before I get to you again, no libero for Alliance.
Yeah, and well, what you were touching on there with the service errors, if you have an error, you need to be able to adjust. And as a team and as a coach coaching a team, you have to be able to adjust to these changes.
First serve is underway, and so are we at Harry Fales Gymnasium. White hits it over, and here come the Minerva Lions. Kashdan returns, good dig in the back line, keeps it alive, but nobody else to return. White's dig is in vain, and the first point of the match goes to Minerva.
Yeah, and there it is. I mean, it just dropped in between a few defenders there for the Alliance side, and it was a quick point for Minerva.
It was Zoe Tenney in the back line who was unable to get it. That time she lets it go, and we are tied up at 1. But nobody was home in the middle, everybody getting forward. That's a good thing when the ball is around the net. But when you're in the back line all alone on an island, it's very tough to be successful. Good strong serve over, and it is an ace for the Aviators. Going back to last night again, aces are a huge part of the game. Tasia Hendershot gets the first one of the night for either side. And she will try to do it again. Good dig by Dowell, one of the captains, and returned by Baker, and she will get the kill. Minerva, a quick response, and we are tied up at 2. Maybe a subtle bit of foreshadowing as to what we will see for the rest of tonight's matchup.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a back and forth battle here. Like we said, these teams are both good, and they will be going back and forth all night.
And I would say, for sure, evenly matched. Sent over by Veda Lyons, one of the strongest hitters for the Alliance Aviators over the past couple of years. Speaking of strong hitters, there is Rebecca Jackson, the lone senior for Minerva, and the Lions are back on top. We talk a lot about Rebecca Jackson having to step up. Once again, only senior, one of 3 captains, and she has done a great job of that early on this season.
Yeah, we saw her step up in that Marlington game. She was making the right plays there.
Alliance down by 1, looking for an answer. Good hit to the outside, set it over by Lions, and returned by Dowell on behalf of the Lions. Here come the Aviators. Good set in the middle. Kirsten White pumps it over. Kept alive by Minerva, and they will respond. On the right side, it is Baker getting it over. Miscommunication in the middle between Kashdan and Jackson, and the point goes to Alliance. The sheer definition of back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth in there, both in those, those sets, they're just going back and forth, hitting it from one side of the net to the other and on the scoreboard.
Kirsten White, a good line drive serve, sends it over, toss up at the net, and Minerva able to get it over with their last touch. Kirsten White going to the right side, able to pick up Lyons, and now here comes Minerva. Speaking of Lyons, she gets the block at the net. Block number 13 on the year for the Aviators, and they have their first lead of the match.
Yeah, that was a huge block there. Just sent it right back down. A defensive masterpiece from Veda Lyons.
And Alliance trying to keep the good times rolling in set number 1. Kirsten White bumps back, but nobody home in the middle. It is miscommunication by the Aviators, and once again, we are tied up.
Like we said at the beginning, you just want to keep those mistakes at bay. You don't want them to happen too much. Just a slight miscommunication there for the Aviators gives the point to the Lions.
Jenna Dowell, the rather junior libero, sends it over. White to the right side, able to pick up her teammate. Good movement by Minerva. Jackson zips it over. Hendershot tries to pick up Lyons, but too far out in front. Minerva back on top. But once again, this is what we expected to see. A few errors from Alliance early on, but for the most part, Minerva playing a all-around good game. Kirsten White sets it behind for Lily White, and the Lions will keep it alive. Dowell dishes back, and it is a third consecutive bump to get it over. Kirsten White goes to Veda Lyons, kept alive by Jackson. Minerva will try it again, hit over by Baker, the sophomore. Now it is Michaela Baker for Alliance, and she will get the points.
Tied up 5-5. It is really back and forth here.
And through 10 serves, this is where you want to be in an even matchup. And I would say no surprises at all. You have two relatively evenly matched teams, and they want to win big tonight, but only one team can walk out of here with the big win. Good hit by Baker. Here come the Aviators. Kirsten White sets it over. Jackson gets it on the lineup, but overhits it. Alliance back on top.
Yeah, good eye there on the back line, just watching the ball go out of bounds. They knew it wasn't going to be in, and they decided not to play it. Smart play there by the Aviators.
The junior Lily White going back deep now. 34 kills, 7 aces, and 111 digs. A very good season for her so far, as she is playing somewhat as the libero. Kirsten White lining it up in the middle. Good, strong return. Minerva keeps it alive, courtesy of Dowell's dig, and the Aviators will try it again. It is Lyons on the right side, slipping it through, and she will get the point on the tip.
Alliance up 2. They're starting to put a little bit of a lead here on the Lions, but it's not too far gone. 2 points is not that many.
But in regards to this game, this is the biggest lead for either side early on. And it will get bigger. It is the second ace of the night for Alliance. This time it is Lily White getting it done. So it is the two softball stars in Hendershot and White with the aces. 8-5 Alliance on top in set number 1. Coker bumps forward, returned by Dierich. And here come the Aviators. Lyons pushes over. Jackson. And a no-look shove, but Alliance easily able to deal with it. And Lyons yet again will return, but goes too long. It is out of play, and Dowell earns the point for Minerva.
Yeah, good eye there. Again, like I said, making the smart plays and just letting the ball go out of bounds, not overexerting yourself, and not making a play on the ball that will lead to a point for the other team.
You don't want to have too many errors, whether it be hitting or just receiving the ball flat out. If you can play a good, fundamentally sound, maybe 50 serves, then your team has a very good shot to get the win in the set. Lions denied at the net. First block of the night for Minerva. They are back within 1.
And just like that, I mean, like you said, the lead has already come to a close, and it is still a close game, even going in to these 16th serve.
Lions able to bump it over for the Aviators. Minerva up by 1 in set number 1. Lined up for Dierich in the middle. Return to the Aviators, and Lions slips it over, and the cushion has been restored. Alliance now up by 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we wanted to see from the Aviators. It's a close game, but they're still showing that little bit more strength that's allowing them to keep this 2-point cushion.
And just looking at the way things are going for Alliance, it is going to be one of their best hitters in Lions leading the charge. No surprises there. Miscommunication again by Minerva, and that'll be the third ace of the opening frame for Alliance. And as well, this is the third different player to earn one as well. This time Beta Lions.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good spreading around of the ball for the Aviators.
And they are dominating pretty much every major category. An almost block for Alliance, but kept alive by the Lions. Kirsten White goes to Tasha Hender's shot, pushes wide, and Minerva will take the points. Great idea by Tasha. She got up, she did the right thing. Unfortunately, not enough room to work with off to her left.
Yeah, great plan, not perfect execution, but it was a good idea and nearly worked.
Rebecca Jackson sent it over, Lions forward. Kirsten White to the outside for Tasha Hender's shot. Excellent dig in the back line by Rebecca Jackson. And there is the return for the kill. Nicely done by Emma Catlett and the Minerva Lions.
And now it's a 1-point game again, 10-9, Aviators up 1. This is going to be a bit of a slugfest here.
And you could say that is the best type of volleyball, a match that has 5 sets written all over it. The Aviators able to return. Good dig by the Lions, courtesy of Mariner, the freshman. Jackson gets it over, and Jackson wins the point. We are tied up at 10. Once again, an error leading to points on behalf of Minerva. And through 20 serves, it's tied 10-10. But Minerva may be doing just a little bit better. Very marginal, but definitely noticeable. Extra long hit by the Aviators, and just like that, Minerva has taken back the lead.
Yeah, I mean, they've flipped the script just in these past few serves. They've been turning it up now, turning up the intensity a little bit, showing their teeth, showing that they will not back down to the Aviators.
And if this continues to run as such, this could be a spot that we see Alliance use their first timeout of 2 in the opening frame. Catlett returns, going crossbody. Lily White forward to Kirsten. Hender's shot with the return, and it is digged by Jackson. Now to the far side, Catlett arcs it over. Kirsten White picks up Tasha Hender's shot, and yet again it is Jackson manning the back line. Good lineup play by Minerva, but too far out in front. We are tied up at 11. The best way in volleyball to dispel any rumors of a timeout being used, get a crucial point at a big time.
Yeah, you just can't let the other team continue their momentum like we just saw. Minerva they were getting hot. They had gotten a few points in a row. They had closed that lead, but Alliance just shuts it down.
And they want to do it again here. 11-11 your score in set number 1. Dowell digs forward. Mariner behind for Catlett. Catlett goes long, and the point goes to Alliance.
Yeah, good eye. I mean, we've said this time and time again. Both these teams are very smart in the way they play and just letting the balls go over and out of bounds rather than making a play on them.
Sometimes the smartest play is no play at all. Alliance looking to establish their cushion once again. Catlett with the return, goes to the back corner but overshoots. Alliance back up by 2. And now the question flips back to Minerva. Will they use a timeout soon? And I think with a point here, the answer could easily be yes. The Aviators send it over. Dowell digs, lined up in the middle, but blocked. A nice play in the middle by the Aviators, but the job not done. Hender's shot goes for the point. Not quite. Jackson's dig keeps it alive. We play on. Lions forward. Phillips over to Hender's shot, and Hender's shot gets it through. 14-11 now your score. Alliance 11 points away from getting a crucial set 1 victory.
And I believe this is the largest lead of the night, up 3 points for the Aviators.
And once again, this is an Alliance team who last year went 0-10 in the EBC and has started off 0-3 this year. They want this win tonight badly. And you can tell by the way that they are playing. Kirsten White sends it over. Jackson digs. Return to the center, and it is Dira calling off Dowell. Lined up in the middle, and it is a powerful kill for Graham. 15-11, Alliance on top.
These Aviators have caught momentum. Just as we said, the Lions were catching up. These Aviators are putting those rumors to rest and turning on the burners.
And this is the way that Alliance can beat you. They can out-hustle you, and that is how they outplay you. Nothing other than that. But Lions that time, a receiving error. Minerva back within 3. And I will say, I love that Coach Oakes has not used a timeout yet. She is showing full confidence in her Lions.
Yeah, and we saw it against the Dukes. They did not go straight to those timeouts immediately. Coach has confidence in her team, in her Lions, that they will be able to play well regardless of the situation at hand.
And against teams like a Marlington, a West Branch, you need that confidence. Good tip over in the middle. The Lions looking for a return. Lightly tapped on by Cashden. Here come the Aviators. It is Hendershot, digged by Jackson. Minerva will try it again. Cashden gets it over. And Hendershot will return one more time. Goes for the back line and gets the kill.
An accurate spike there from Hendershot. I mean, that was right on the back line. Incredible work there.
No margin for error, but she was right on the money. And that is just what makes Tasha Hendershot such a great athlete. No matter what sport it is, she can be dominant from start to finish. And that makes her a very good asset for these Aviators. Cashden returns. Phillips for the Aviators lines it up for Lily White as she is able to slip it over. Dowell to the back line for Rebecca Jackson. Nobody home in the middle, but digged by Lions. Here come the Aviators. Hendershot slips it through. Digged by Catlett. Toss up at the net. Cashden puts it down. Digged by Lily White, but nobody home. It falls in the Bermuda Triangle, and it is Minerva getting back within 3.
Yeah, like you said, the Aviator just got a little bit jumbled up over there. Just a small mistake can lead to a point for the Lions.
And we'll watch it back on our end over here, not on the actual broadcast, just to see what happened. The ball just kind of perfectly falls in no man's land at the end of the play. It should be right here. And there it is, just right in between 3 Aviators. Phillips plays it on to Lily White, goes for the arc. Jackson keeps it alive, lined up in the middle. Cashden gets it over. Phillips with the dig. Kirsten White for Tasha Hendershot. Dowell now with the dig. Back-to-back digs for the Lions. Catlett gets it over and gets the kill. Through 30 serves, only a 2-point lead for the Aviators, and this just feels like a playoff game.
Absolutely. I mean, like we mentioned at the beginning, call overturned there.
Wow. Now that I don't know.
We'll have to watch that one back.
I don't know what the call was. The only thing I could possibly see that could have reversed it that late is the antenna. And now a timeout has been called by Minerva. Alliance, they get a big decision in their favor. We're watching it back on our end, and we'll see. Now maybe it did hit the antenna. If so, that is why the point goes in favor of Alliance. Either way, 17-13, A-Town looking to win set number 1 when we return.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
During the break, we were able to get a look over at the officiating crew, and Cooper, from what we saw, they pointed at the antenna, and that then means that is the call, and that's how the point goes to Alliance, not Minerva.
Yeah, and 17-13 is a huge difference from 16-14. That's 2 points versus 4. That overturned call might just give the Aviators the momentum they need going into the end of this set.
And they need all the momentum that they can get. Sent over by Baker. Alliance up by 4, trying to make it 5. Lions lollipops it. In the middle, it's Catlett, played back to Jackson, and Jackson will get the points. Going back to pregame, a big storyline was no Ayla Schellenbarger. Minerva really feeling that loss right now.
Yeah, I mean, down by 3, it's definitely evident that Schellenbarger was a big part of that Lions lineup.
And she will be the moment she comes back from injury, for sure. Phillips in the middle, picks up Lions on the outside, but denied! Cashden gets the block. Block number 2 today for the Lions. And that is the major category that they now lead in. Otherwise, Alliance 3 aces to 0 from Minerva. But the Aviators trailing 2-1 in blocks. Dowell forward, set up in the middle for Cashden, who just had the block. Phillips keeps it alive. Kirsten White in the middle for Lily White. It is double White in the middle. Alliance up by 3. and that is a fun duo to watch, and we will see it again next year as well.
Yeah, White out in the middle, like you said there. I mean, that sibling relationship must be huge in sports like this.
And Kirsten coming in as the starting setter. She has done a tremendous job entering play tonight. 89 assists in 25 sets played. Lions goes for the snipe, not gonna get it, just a bit too long. And we go back to those 2 points. It's a 2-point game. Reverse that one call, we're tied.
Yeah, I mean, just these reverse calls. We saw it the other day at Marlington. Those reverse calls can be big.
And they will be as the matchup progresses. Light gets it through, and that'll make it a 3-point set once more. Lily White and Kirsten White have been tremendous. All the way around Alliance, they have a lot of great players. This could be a good step in the right direction to officially putting it all together. And that's the key. You can have great players all the way around. You have to put it together. And for the Aviators, it appears to be an ace on no return. If so, that is going to be ace number 4. And that is the second one tonight for Lily White.
And these Aviators are coming so close right now. 5 points from ending the set with a 4-point lead. It's looking like this set might almost be finished.
But plenty of time left for Minerva if they can get some points on the board. On the deflection, it goes to Alliance though. 21-16. And we will now look to Minerva to see if they will call time. It appears the answer for now is no. But I think the question is right there. And there is the timeout after all. And I think that is the right decision. But how about the Alliance Aviators? Underdogs heading in, but it is their set to lose. 21-16 Alliance on top of Minerva on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Alliance 21, Minerva 16, now 22-16. It is an ace for the Aviators out of the timeout. Ace number 3 and set number 1 for Lily White. Wow.
Yeah, that's the least that you can say. I mean, the Aviators have been ace machines here in this first set.
And we talked about it last night with Mount Union and Case. Mount got those early aces, and that got them the win in the end. And a big point in favor of Alliance. They say the block was too late. That's a big call again.
Yeah, I mean, these referee calls can really flip the game on its head.
White lobs it over. Dowell digs. Minerva, they need a big point here. Hendershot. Kirsten White in the middle for Graham, and Graham gets it through. And I will tell you what, the Aviator faithful who are here tonight, they are loud and they are proud right now.
Absolutely. We have a large section of students right here on this right side of your broadcast. They are here and they are happy to see these Aviators play.
It's set point, and that will do it. Veda Lions closes it out. And Alliance, in shocking fashion, takes home set number 1, 25-16, your final. Wow. Is that what you had in mind for set number 1?
No, I would say I didn't. I thought these teams were a little more fairly matched, but the Aviators making it look like a bit more of a lopsided victory in this first set.
And that is all it took from Veda Lions right there at the right time. Puts it down, dunks it on the Lions. And 25-16 is the parting line for set number 1. How about that from A-Town? They lead it 1-0 overall. We will step aside in the meantime and hear a word from our sponsors. You are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Harry Fales Gymnasium on the campus of Alliance High School. Cooper, what an opening set. Alliance gets the win 25-16 over the Minerva Lions. Your thoughts on the opening pairing of serves?
Yeah, I mean, we started off pretty close, even up into those 15-15 tied up. But the Aviators really just put it away in that last half, eventually winning the set by 9 points. A strong showing so far for the Aviators.
And they need to keep it up. Volleyball, a very long game. You have to be good in set number 1, but you also have to keep it going as the matchup progresses. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
As we've mentioned throughout the broadcast, momentum is key here. You cannot let the other team get too much momentum, and that is what the Minerva Lions have to watch out for with these Alliance Aviators.
Hendershot sends it over. We are back underway, and it is a long serve from Tasha. So the opening point goes to the Minerva Lions. And we talk about aces, a big part of the game. But at the same time, serving errors, it's another big piece of the game. It's just as equal as both sides trade them. So right on cue, 2 wayward serves to open up set number 2. This could be a set that whichever team is more fundamentally sound gets the job done, as right now, fundamentals will get you the lead.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen just a lot of points come from errors. I mean, from both teams.
Long hit by the Lions, and the point goes to Alliance. 3 plays, 3 errors for points. 2 serving errors and 1 attacking error. And that is a tough way to go. Light serve from White, and once again, it is an error giving a point.
I think they just need to get settled into the second set. That time in between, maybe getting them a little bit off of their mentality.
They just need a play that goes back and forth a few times. That's all it is, but not quite. It is an ace for the Minerva Lions. Their first of the night, and they take a 1-point lead in set number 2. Dowell gets it done. Alliance still with the majority of aces, 5-1 so far in that category. Dowell goes for a second one, and she will get it. Back-to-back aces for Minerva.
Minerva now up 4-2. This is the momentum that they needed to shut down the Aviators coming into the second set.
And if they can continue from here, this is their set to control. White lining it up, and it'll be returned. Minerva looking to keep their foot on the gas, and it'll be bumped back into play. Too many hits. Alliance takes the points.
And it's a 1-point game again, just like that. I mean, we see it set and set again with the errors just making it a much more close game.
Back deep for the Aviators. It is Lily White, already 3 aces tonight. but she will have to wait for number 4. Give and go. Jackson goes for the kill, but instead is denied. Graham gets the block.
Monster block there, showing the defensive presence inside for the Aviators.
And each side now with 2 blocks in the matchup. That is big. Blocking is such an important part of volleyball. Once again, last night for Mount Union, 8 blocks, all 8 revolving around Ava Bull and the junior middle hitter. Heavy tip to the back line. Hendershot can't win the foot race. Minerva takes the point, and along with it, the lead.
Yeah, and like we said at the beginning, and like it started at the first set, it is just too close. 4-5 now. This game is going to be a close one, I can tell.
And I would agree. This could easily become a 5-set thriller. It just depends on how the teams play in the middle sets. White able to push it on over. Mariner to Jackson, but it is put down by Graham. However, the point does go to Minerva. I think she did lightly graze the net. And Minerva, opposed to having a tie game, now leads it by 2.
And ultimately, like we saw in that first set, those overturned calls really flipping the script for each team.
And speaking of switches, it is another ace for the Lions. 0 in set number 1, 3 in the first 11 serves of set number 2. That time it is Carson Mariner, the freshman. Without Schellenbarger, Ayla that is, somebody has needed to step up, and so far it's Mariner. That time can't get the dig. Alliance back within 2. But I would say both sides showing a lot of promise early on in set number 2. It's a long set. Volleyball, once again, a long game. A lot of time left until we really have a true winner or a true favorites. White digs, playing it on forward. And it is pushed over by Hendershot. And now the Lions will try it again. Good push to the back line, sent on forward. Picks up now onto the far side. We continue. Is a long sequence, and the long sequence favors the Aviators.
Yeah, just at the end there, a slight miscommunication for the Lions leads to a point for the Aviators.
And sometimes all it takes is minor miscommunication to spoil a play. 7-6 Minerva on top though. Lions sends it over. Dowell will dig. And there is the return from Dowell, the freshman. Now Hendershot able to deliver it, but right into the net, and the point goes to Minerva. The Lions doing an excellent job keeping that cushion established in set number 2.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a 2-point lead, but like we said, those 2-point leads can rumble. It is a steep slope. Once you get the lead going, they like to pile it on. We saw it in the first set from the Aviators.
Lions returns with the dig. Minerva, a great opportunity to attack, and they will get the points. Nicely done in the middle. It is Dierich getting the job done. I'll tell you what, the Minerva Lions, whatever was said to them during the break, clearly has worked.
Yeah, I mean, coach's pep talk definitely got in their heads. They are coming out looking fierce in this second set.
White lining it up and returned by Graham. Dowell one-hand bats it. It's a second one-hand bat, and Dierich with the return. Nicely done by the Lions. Job not done. Hendershot able to get it over.
Despite the heroics from the Lions, the Aviators just close it out strong and get the point there.
Now down by 2 in set number 2. But through 16 serves, both teams showing a lot of promise once again, but still some things to clean up. And I think Minerva really does have the upper edge in this matchup, not because of the score, but because of their Tuesday matchup so far of West Branch and Marlington. And it'll be a block or just a attacking error by the Lions. I do think they will opt with attacking error. I will appear for the stat sheet that we are keeping.
Like you mentioned, the Lions getting a good warm-up earlier in this week against the Dukes, who are state game. They played in the state championship game.
And there's a reason why they made it, and there's a reason why they are perennial contenders. You go through their playoff run. They had some not so difficult teams early on. Regionals, Edgewood 3-0. It was Holy Name, a team who had 5 regular season wins who gave them some trouble in the regional final. That is my alma mater. But they took a set off of them. Then you go forward. Shelby in the semifinals. Some really good teams there. That point belongs, though, to Minerva, or rather Alliance. And the Aviators are back within 1. But we can sit here all day and talk about Marlington this, Marlington that. They're just such a good team. No matter what you say, it does not do them justice. But back to this one, a very close affair in set number 2. Jackson gets it over. Lions blocked by Graham, and that'll give Minerva a 2-point lead. Some minor miscommunication, an accidental pick set almost.
Yeah, and we've seen this. I mean, it's just the minor miscommunications, the small errors that are giving the teams the lead. But it's just going back and forth, really. I mean, both teams are making these small errors or these miscommunications, and it's still a close game, 9-11 in the second set.
And I do want to point something out when we see it again, so we'll get to that in a moment. But some new camera angles today. But we'll get there in one moment. There is the return by Catlett. The Lions looking to get back into a comfortable lead, but they will not. Alliance back within 1.
And how about the precision there on that spike, just putting it at the back line, just inside where no Lion can reach it.
And here it comes on your screen right now. That is our new camera angle. That is an NDI camera that belongs to channel 1022. One of our 2 students from the video production career tech class at Alliance is running the camera down below. It was Graham in set number 1. He is now switching / producing. Now it is Elijah down below running that camera. It's not one of the ones that we personally own, but we're using it today. A full 5 camera setup. Very nice to have it, as that is a great angle for serves.
Absolutely. I mean, it makes it crystal clear who's serving. It is a great angle to have in the arsenal.
Jackson on the far side smacks it off the net, and it will avoid the antenna. Lions able to get the return. Dowell digs forward, kept alive by Catlett for Jackson, digged by Hendershot. We play on. In the middle, it is White pushing it on along. Dowell once again going to Jackson. Jackson denied at the net. A massive block for the Aviators.
Again, the defensive presence inside for the Aviators has been huge so far. We saw it earlier with the block from Brown, and now with the block right here. This defensive presence for the Aviators is massive.
Block number 3 tonight for Alliance, 2 for Minerva. So a higher blocking game for both parties. Jackson tries it again. That time gets it over, and she will get the point as it goes off the antenna. For those who are not used to watching volleyball, if the ball does hit off the antenna, it is immediately dead. Whoever last touched it does not get the point. It's a pretty simple rule, but definitely needs to be said, as not everybody understands that rule of volleyball. As once again, volleyball, a growing sport right now. White going to the front line, able to pick up Baker, and Minerva will take the points. It will be a carry on the Aviators. But as expected, all signs are pointing towards a 1-1 series entering set number 3. The first time during OHSAA volleyball this year that we would see it be the case, except for game number 1, which that game was, in its own right, a masterpiece.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, like you said, a 1-1 set here. This is going to be a competitive, possibly 5-set thriller here between these 2 teams. We said it in the beginning. I mean, it's going to be an absolute slugfest.
It is Dierich denied at the net. The Lions will try it again, still up by 2. And there is the return, but it is too low. The attacking error makes it a 1-point set. Clara Baker just not enough behind it. And for the first time, a chant from the student section. This truly feels like the regional tournament again. Excellent dig in the middle, keeps it alive from Jackson. And there is the return for Minerva. White plays it on forward. Baker gets it over, and we are tied up at 14.
Like you mentioned, volleyball, a growing sport. It is great to see the student section out in not even quite its full effect, but still a large effect today, coming out to support the volleyball team.
The Alliance students love their Aviator athletics, and it shows no matter which team is playing. Jackson lined up in the middle, and she will get the kill. Minerva wastes no time getting back on top. No surprise at all. Rebecca Jackson, once again, the only senior. She needed to step up this season, but also tonight without Ayla on the floor, she has done so perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, we said it before. She stepped up during the Marlington game. She's really stepping up now against these Aviators.
And something being said between Coach Oakes, and it'll be a red card. So something happened there. And it appears something that was untasteful was said on the sideline.
Just a bit of a kerfuffle there. It will not get in the way of our OHSAA volleyball.
Kerfuffle, that's going to be a new one we use all the time now. I like it. 15-14, Minerva on top in set number 2. Lined up for Graham, but denied at the net. Accidentally returns it, pushed to the back line. Lily White keeps it alive. Now Kirsten, Lions returns. Here come the Minerva Lions now. Jackson, a heavy ricochet, a big block for Graham, and we are tied up at 15 again.
Again, the defensive presence from the Aviators is unmatched. Another huge block here in the second set.
Once again, it is Graham getting the job done. Second block of the night for her. Somebody that was not on our roster entering play tonight either.
Yeah, I mean, that's something right there, showing off the defensive skills for sure.
Lions sends it over, but she will miss, and the point goes to Minerva. But I'll tell you what, this might be the best volleyball game that we see all year, and there's a chance that depending on when the reversal fixture is, we might have to go and do that game at Minerva High School.
No doubt.
If this one goes to 5, I think it might be decided already. But we'll see, depending on other scheduling conflicts. Hendershot sends it over. Jackson on forward. Lined up for Catlett. She will tap it on through. White keeps it alive, and Hendershot gets the return. Jackson digs. Graham tries to put it down. Unable to do it quite yet. Jackson goes for it again. It is off the net. Graham lightly touched it. Pushed through. Graham with a dig. White back into play. Kirsten with the return. Here now comes Minerva once again. Lined up in the middle. Zierich slips it through. The dig from White and the return from Hendershot. Her return, it is too long, and Minerva wins the long-winded points.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible. Watching the heroics from each team, just trying to make the play and keep it alive. But ultimately, that one falling for the Minerva Lions.
That's one of those plays that right after it's done, we have to go to the water bottle and get a quick breather. White lining it up for Graham in the middle. She gets it through, but kept alive by Minerva. McCroby gets it done. Jackson, a heavy hit over. Kirsten White picks up Tasha Hendershot. Once again, Jackson with the dig, acting as the libero in the back line almost. And Minerva able to slip it through for the points.
Yeah, that one sneaks just right through. The person whose name we haven't stopped calling all night, Graham, she's been making great plays up front. Huge blocking presence.
But this set right now belongs to Minerva. Overall, Alliance up 1-0. Minerva looking to tie 18-15, your score in set number 2.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
As we get back into the action, we do have a big correction. Number 32, that is Kyla Blair, not Kyla Graham. In the introductions, it was Graham that was said for 32, not Blair. That is where our confusion came from. Now it is corrected. She is the team leader in blocks for a reason, and she has played really good tonight. Kind of a Sam Hayes situation, going from 11 to 22, this time 19 to 32.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Hayes, he's a huge shot blocker in basketball, but we're watching OHSAA volleyball right now.
You had to go with the connection. I do, though, have to say, I don't think Blair forgot her jersey somewhere. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference there. Sam Hayes, a bit of a troublemaker on the Alliance basketball team.
And we'll see him game number 1 in Canal Fulton at Northwest on December 2nd. That game already circled. It's been circled for a long time. I'll tell you what, that week is shaping up to be a lot of big games. You have that one, then 2 nights later, Warrensville Spire. So 2 very big games. But as you said, this is OHSAA volleyball, not OHSAA basketball. We'll keep the main thing, for now, the main thing. But 18-15, Minerva on top in set number 2 as you are watching OHSAA volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Now it looks like Alliance was awarded a phantom point of some kind. We will see how they end up addressing this. Coach Oakes once again going for the explanation, and I think with due cause. It's tough to really see what they're calling. Coach Oakes, she is going now, I think, to her scorer for some insight. So I don't know exactly what they're trying to call, as nothing has really been signaled up here or even on the floor. Okay, they just swapped the last point. I think that's it.
And I'm not sure which point that is that they've overturned.
I think it was the last one before the timeout, which then, if you are Alliance using that timeout, would you have used it if you got the points?
And that's the tale with these change and reversed calls, is they're just changing the games in very important ways, as we're seeing right now.
We'll try to get some insight from down below, but I am at a loss. I think once the play is done, you really cannot reverse it, so this is an uncanny reversal. Still, once again, just looking for any kind of insight. And nobody knows what they are trying to argue. It would be Alliance possession. That is right. They have the ball. Coach Oaks, she is still with her scorer. I think it's something to do with the official book for the game. That's my guess right now. And I think, Cooper, looking down below as Coach Oaks is right on the hip of her scorer, that would make sense. And once again, one of the officials going over to Coach Oaks. Any other thoughts?
I have nothing. I mean, it's not clear from up here. I mean, we're up here, which is a great spot for a camera, but it's not great to hear the officials. We are a little bit in the dark about what's going on.
And I think now Coach Oaks is going to go and tell her team what happened. Somebody maybe did something. Now Alliance's head coach, she wants an explanation as well. And I think she will get something. But an extra long pause after the timeout. And here's a substitution. So that means we should be about ready to go again. Usually stuff happens, then the changes happen on the floor, and then finally we're back to the action, which that is where it looks like we are right now.
Definitely some shenanigans going on coming in after that timeout.
Very interesting on both sides. We will see after the game if we can get anything pointing us in the right direction. Either way, Alliance back within one. Catlett with the return. Phillips in the middle, picks up Hendershot, and Hendershot will tie it up at 17. Even more so, that reversal, huge for the Aviators.
And we saw it earlier. Instead of a 4-point game, it was a 2-point game. It just happened again.
And I think both in favor of Alliance. Phillips sends it over. Dowell to the front line. Lined up for Dirick, and Dirick gives Minerva back the lead. Wasting no time, the Minerva Lions right back on top.
And this one, we knew it was going to be close in set 2, but it's even closer than it was going into those later sets of set 1. It is now a 1-point game going into these later serves.
Phillips setting it up for Blair. Blair led in stride, but too far away. Minerva back up by 2. Now unfazed with that decision.
Yeah, they're just blocking out that reversal, just getting in the right mentality and continuing to play strong.
Minerva, if they can take a 3-point lead here, that would be huge for them, and they will. It is Cashton getting the block.
Minerva now only 5 points away from closing out set 2. This is huge for them.
And I feel like if you are a Minerva fan, this is more back to normal. This is what you expect from them in a game like this. Hendershot with the return. 2017, Minerva on top. Cashton bumps it over. White forward. Phillips, once again, it's Hendershot, and Hendershot slips it through. Barely beats the defense.
Tricky little play there by Hendershot. It doesn't even look like she touches the ball. So subtle, yet so significant.
And you said it perfectly. It doesn't need to be the most glamorous play. Speaking of, it is an ace for the Aviators. They are back within 1. Ace number 6 tonight. And that time it is Kyla Blair, the junior, or rather the senior. But Alliance now an opportunity to tie it up at 20. Blair sends it over. A good hard line drive. Lined up for Cashton. Cashton gets it through, but digged by Veda Lions. Now it's Tasha Hendershot with the return. Digged in the back line by Rebecca Jackson. Now to Catlett. Lions skies it. It's almost off the roof. and Hendershot with the bump return. Here comes Minerva. Jackson forward. It's a give and go. Rebecca overshoots, and we are tied at 20.
And like you said, that ball almost hit the roof, something you see quite a lot of in the Duke Dome over at Marlington High School. Not something you see so much in Harry Fales Gymnasium.
And I think you said on Tuesday, it doesn't happen here.
I may have spoke too soon, as that ball almost hit the rafters.
And that time the ball hits into the nets. Minerva back up by 1. And we will see a substitution. Zoe Tenney, the junior, back in as she will replace Blair. But overall, if you wanted a close volleyball match in the first 2 sets, this is the place to be. 21-20 Minerva on top. Phillips right at the net, tapped down by Kasdan, but kept alive once more by Phillips. And it is Kirsten White with the return. The Aviators working in great tandems. Hendershot bumps it back, and Tenney will get it over. Minerva tries it again. Tough play at the net. Dowell, the libero, bumps it over. Alliance tries their hand offensively again. It's Hendershot, and it is digged by Dowell. Somehow keeps it alive. Phillips in the middle, and it is blocked by Minerva.
That was amazing from both.
And now the point reverses to Alliance.
Another huge reversal in favor of Alliance again. This has been huge for the Aviators in crucial moments, getting the calls that they would like.
And Kasdan distraught, and I think she should be.
Yeah, that was definitely a close one, and that's the difficulties with being a referee, making the right calls at the right time.
And it'll be a timeout called by Minerva, and they will talk things over. But the Alliance Aviators student section, they are loving it, and they are getting loud. All tied up at 21 in set number 2.
The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Right back to the action, a little too quickly. Hendershot gets an ace. Alliance back up by 1. That'll be Tasha's second ace of the game. The Aviators 3 points away from taking a 2-0 lead, but Minerva ties it up at 22.
This is absolutely electric. This is the environment you want. If you paid to see this game, you are getting your money's worth. And if you're watching it on SmeeSports, you're also getting your money's worth.
I would hope so. 0 is a very low bar for that. But still worth saying.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hudson Schellenbarger sends it over. Digged by Tenney, played on back, and there is the return from Lily White. Minerva looking to take back the lead, but it is blocked, and the point goes to Alliance. Looking at the official designation, it was not the block, it was too many hits. It never came over.
Yeah, and these Alliance fans are getting very loud. They are clapping, they are stomping, they are yelling, and they are excited for some Aviator volleyball.
Kirsten White sends it over. Minerva needs an answer now. Jackson goes for it, and she will get the kill. All tied up at 23 in set number 2.
This is intense. 23, both teams, only 2 points for either of them to win the set.
And overall, both teams doing everything they can to get this win. Pushed over by White, Dowell will dig. Whoever gets this point is at set point, and it will be Minerva. Rebecca Jackson gets the job done. And Alliance will use a timeout here. But how about the Minerva Lions? Backs against the wall, and it is now set point in favor of the Lions. Overall, a great response at set number 2.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the situation at hand, you know, no matter what calls are being overturned, no matter how many points they lose that first set by, which happened to be 9, they are still staying gritty and staying active throughout the second set, ready to win. They did not play to lose.
And you said it perfectly. This is their set. They want this one, and if they get it, we would be tied up overall at 1 apiece. Dowell going to ice it for Minerva. White setting it up. It is going to be returned, and it will fall for the Aviators. It'll be extra serves in set number 2. Michaela Baker gets it done this time. Right place, right time.
Absolutely. I mean, hugely clutch performance here for the Aviators. Not willing to let those Lions take set 2.
Jackson forward. It is a give and go, and she will go for the snipe, but returned right away by Lily White. Tough play at the net. Blair goes to put it down. Whistle first. It's a double hit. Alliance up by 1.
And another call, huge there in favor of the Aviators. Now up 1, looking to put set 2 on ice.
And that will give them a 2-0 lead overall. Jackson forward, give and go with the senior, and we are tied at 25. The drama continues to brew in A-Town.
Neither team here is willing to let this set go. They know that it will be crucial for their momentum going into set 3.
This is a massive turning point for whichever team gets the job done. 25 all, extra serves are here, and here we go. Kirsten White going for Blair. Blair gets the kill. And with it, an eruption from the Aviator faithful.
Like we said at the beginning, it's going to be back and forth and back and forth. Going into extra serves here, neither team willing to let this go. We've said it before and we will say it again, both teams showing amazing grit.
Lions trying to ice it for the Aviators. Dowell forward. It is Jackson on the right side, slipping it through. Digged by Hendershot, and the return goes wide. Everybody giving 110% right now, but Minerva has tied it at 26.
Maybe even 120%. This is absolutely incredible.
This is how you play a gritty style of volleyball.
No doubt. I mean, we said it at the beginning. I've said it before. I will say it again. This is a absolute slugfest.
White lining it up, and the hit is too low from Baker. Set point in favor of Minerva once again, and they are 1 point away from tying up the match.
We're going to have to see how the Aviators respond here. They have responded well so far and in a very strong fashion.
Jackson sends it over. Lions, it is wayward, and Minerva has tied it up. 28-26, your final in set number 2, and the honors are even through 2. What a second set here at Harry Fales Gymnasium.
Absolutely incredible. Like you said, this is OHSAA volleyball. Gritty players on each team, gritty coaches waiting to get involved. This is absolutely great to watch.
Beyond OHSAA, this is the Eastern Buckeye Conference. You would expect nothing else from this matchup, but we will step aside as both teams talk things over in the intermission period. You are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Through 2 sets at Harry Fales Gymnasium, the honors are even. 25-16 Alliance in set number 1, 28-26 Minerva in set number 2. You are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, he is Cooper Fontaine. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. And what a night to be tuned in. This is what you came for, and you are getting what looks to be, at least right now, a hardwood classic.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it has been absolutely electric. We are so lucky to be calling this game right here. This is peak volleyball, ladies and gentlemen.
And this was a tough choice. Our other option was going over to Robert H. Hines for Minerva and McKinley Soccer. This is what we chose, and right now that looks to be the big decision that is going right for us. White gets it over, Dowell forward, and we are back underway here for set number 3. A big turning point for one of these teams. Hendershot gets it through, an excellent dig by Coker, and Jackson goes with the return. Tenney forward, but nobody home. Minerva takes the opening points.
And off the bat, both teams showing great intensity. On the last set, we saw a bit of a slow start with some errors and other miscommunications, but neither team settling into that mentality so far.
Lined up on the far side, Hendershot goes for it. It's kept alive by the Lions. Here comes Minerva. It is Catlett. She overhits, and we are tied up at 1. But all the way around, even looking at viewership right now, we are getting numbers on par with the Marlington-Edgewood Regional Semifinal game. We talked about this feeling like a playoff atmosphere. The viewership clearly does agree.
Yeah, I mean, they're seeing what we're seeing, and that is an absolutely great volleyball game.
Speaking of great, 2 great digs and the return by Cashton. These girls getting better as the game goes on. Kept alive by Baker, played back in by Coker, and there is the return from Jackson. Here comes Alliance. It is Lions getting it over. Minerva will try it again. Rebecca Jackson gets it through the defense and gets the kill.
And that one just dropped right in between a few defenders. Great placement on that ball.
All the way around, a very slow start to set number 3, but not because the action isn't good. It's because of how balanced it is.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen great play through these first 2 sets, and it is looking, honestly, even better in this third one.
Alliance looking to tie the game back up at 2. And they will. It is Veda Lyons off the nets.
And she has been a huge factor for the Aviators, getting some amazing spikes in for that Aviator offense.
And that keeps things balanced once again. We look at this frame, set number 3, if it's 1-1, it is always the biggest one of the matchup. It tells us who is in control heading into set number 4. And right now, Minerva looking to establish that control. Rebecca Jackson gets the points.
And no clearly dominant team coming out here in set 3. As you said, it's been very, very balanced. The score now 2-3 in favor of the Lions.
And they want to keep that rolling as Dowell sends it over. It is White in the middle for Veda Lions and a powerful put down.
Like I quite literally just said, a monster on the offense for the Aviators. A great spike there, making it 3-3 both teams.
Entered play tonight as the team's highest killer with 42 and 25 sets. On top of that, 9 aces, 3 blocks, and 69 digs. That time Minerva can't get it over the net, and Alliance is back on top.
Back and forth and back and forth. We've said it so many times. We've said it from the start. It's going to be a huge back and forth game here.
And you look at our other games that we have done, pretty much done by now in regard to time, but we still have at least one more set to go. Blair keeps it alive with a slight tip, and it is Hendershot getting it over. Dowell bumps it to the front line, lined up for Jackson, and it is once again digged. That time it is Lily White, and Veda Lions will return. Dowell digs it forward, and there is a return by Baker. Alliance will try it again. Kirsten White wins the battle at the net. Minerva keeps it alive. Time now called, and the point goes to Minerva. I think she grazed the net on the follow-through.
Yeah, that might have been it. And again, another crucial call for the official there happening in the middle of play.
And now we are up to 59 people watching live.
Amazing.
So for the 10 plus who just came in, welcome in. We're glad to have you as we lead you into most likely you watching Thursday Night Football. And it is an ace for the Minerva Lions.
Again, another slight miscommunication there for the Aviators, leading to a point for the Lions.
That ace coming from Clara Baker, the sophomore. Ace number 4 tonight for Minerva. Not going to get 5. Kirsten White gets it over to Blair, and Blair gets the kill on the back line.
A great placement, as we've seen so many times coming from the Aviators, just on that back line, just out of reach for any Lion to get to.
Going back to Thursday Night Football on the far side, somebody not showing off their Aviator pride, but their Philadelphia Eagles pride.
Yeah, got the Jalen Hurts, Kelly Green on, and that's what we like to see, a variety of fan bases here in Harry Fales Gymnasium.
Sent over by Baker, and Baker gets the job done. Once again, this feels like the playoffs.
It really does. Whether it's the fans here or the viewers watching at home, everyone is invested in this volleyball game, and I can understand why. It has been a great game so far, and it's still close even in the third set.
Both teams came in at 3 and 5. The winner exits 4 and 5. And Alliance once again gets the point, now up by 2.
And like you mentioned with their records, this game is huge for Alliance as it would be their first win in the EBC this season, showing off they do have that versatility to both win in the regular season and in the conference.
Blair keeps it alive. Hendershot back to the middle, and it is Baker with the return. Minerva down by 2. Jackson, plenty of power, gets the kill. Make it now a 1-point set. And as well, looking down below on the baseline, Alliance head football coach and athletic director Tim Goodman has joined the party.
Yeah, he's just hanging out over there with Coach Graffis. Love to see the coaches in attendance as well as the fans.
And both of your ADs, Goodman being the main athletic director, Graffis the old AD, now the assistants. Good dig in the middle, and Blair no-look return. Some snaz being shown by the Aviators. Jackson, she gets the kill.
Yeah, despite the flashy play there from Blair, Minerva able to stand strong through that and get the kill.
Rebecca Jackson and Veda Lions, wherever they end up for college, if it is for volleyball, they will get a powerful killer out of one of those two. If not both, maybe they combine forces somewhere.
No doubt. I mean, you could see it at Mount Union here in Alliance, Ohio.
Potentially, but there are a lot of people already there. 3 seniors leaving, but always room for another great hitter. Dowell bumps it through. Baker. Now White picks up Hendershot, and there is the return. 7-0 in set number 3. Lined up on the far side for Catlett, and it is Hendershot keeping it alive. White give and go with Tasha, and Tasha gets the kill.
Again, we've said it so many times, these Aviators have had amazing placement on these balls, just putting them at the back line and getting some nice points.
And once again, regardless of what happens in set number 3, we still have at least one more frame. This might be the longest volleyball game of our season.
And one of the best, no doubt.
Catlett with the return, slipping it through. Alliance up by 1 in this pivotal third set. Hendershot with the push, kept alive for a moment, and they say play on. It is a kick save by Minerva. Blair goes for the point, zigged in the middle, lined up for Jackson. Jackson shoots, Lions keeps it alive, and there is no return. The kick save ties it up.
That was an incredible save. I may have even put a preemptive point on the scoreboard, but I need to keep watching. As the referee did say play on, an incredible point there for the Minerva Lions.
That's just a tough one. We see it on our screen. That was Jackson's foot that just kept it alive. White miscommunication, and it is an ace for Minerva.
Slight miscommunication. We haven't seen a major miscommunication like that one in set 3, that one going in favor of the Lions.
That is Dierich with the ace. 5th ace of the night for Minerva. Alliance, though, they have 7. So 12 combined so far. Catlett on the far side gets it through. Once again, 9-8 Minerva on top. It is Hendershot, digged in the back line, and it is returned by Coker. We continue. Hendershot tries it again. Dierich forward, lined up for Jackson one more time. She overshoots, and we are tied up at 9.
Another long back and forth, there's back and forth, and we've seen it from these Lions, just able to keep the play alive for so long, and we've seen it in both set 1, 2, and 3.
And this has given us plenty of good watching tonight. And still plenty of more action to go. Blair overshoots, Minerva back up by 1. Once again, what is at stake for Alliance? Their first EBC win in at least 2 seasons. They went 0-10 last year, 0-3 so far this year. They want to get a win here tonight, and that'll give them a massive conference victory.
And that could be huge for the Aviators, like you said.
And big for the future of the program as well. Catlett able to get it back over, and she will get the points. But that was always a goal for Alliance heading into this matchup. Can they play spoiler? Can they get it done? And can they add a win into that column for the first time in a long while?
And now the Lions go up 2. With this streak of momentum, do the Aviators call a timeout, or do they have confidence in their players?
We will see how this point shapes out first, as that will give us a big indication. White plays it back central, and it is Phillips with the return. Here comes Minerva, lined up. It is lightly tapped over by Kashjan, and she will get the points. With the last win in the EBC for the Alliance Aviators, it was the 2023-24 season. So 2023 all the way around, and it was a 3-1 win on August 29th against Salem. That point as well going to Minerva, make it 13-9, and now we look for a timeout potentially. But it looks like Alliance will stay content with things for now. And I think that's the right call, at least for this moment. But maybe not now. It is another ace for Minerva. Make it 14-9. Timeout Aviators. Unreal by Minerva. Just when Alliance started to get back in it, Minerva says, once again, like Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend.
Yeah, Lee Corso's retiring, but you know who's not? The Alliance Aviators. Now down 5, they call timeout. They just need to get their heads back into the game. Having slight miscommunications out there, they just need to get back into it.
I think we keep it here during the break. This is just such a great matchup. This is what you want on your Thursday night. Maybe it's not Jalen Hurts. Maybe it's not Micah Parsons. Well, either way, it's no Micah Parsons. But this is a great matchup. Once again, though, if you are new to the sport of volleyball and you are looking for a team to support, look no further than these two.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Thursday night football is going to have to get put off for now, because this is what I think everyone in the world is watching, at least all the SmeeSports viewers out there.
Pat McAfee, I'm sure somewhere's tuned in. Hendershot gets it back in, and there is the return from White. 14-9, Minerva on top in set number 3. Jackson with a return, right back into the middle. It is pushed over by Kashjan. Once again, digged in the middle by Phillips, and it is tapped over by White. We play on a lot of scrambling, but a lot of good plays in this sequence. Hendershot looks for the tip, and she gets it. I saw it just barely, but barely is enough to make it 14-10.
Yeah, good eye there. I mean, she saw the defenders coming up, and she put it right off their hands and out of bounds for a quick point.
And Tasha Hendershot, we said it already, one of the best athletes at Alliance High School right now, and for good reason. That time, too much zip. That'll make it 15-10. Looking ahead to next week, our next game for Alliance, it is at Rock Hill on Tuesday. Alliance boys soccer has been great this year. Cooper, I think we have to pay them a visit.
Absolutely. We haven't seen them at all this year. We've seen girls soccer, we've seen volleyball, but we have not paid a visit to boys soccer. They were strong last year as they won the EBC. We'll see how they fare against Carrollton.
And that'll be at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. Jackson, plenty of power. Does she get it in? Yes, she does. Absolutely nasty from Rebecca Jackson.
Yeah, and we've seen it so much from the Aviators. Now from Minerva, the placement on the back side, just putting it out of reach of any defenders.
This is absolute cinema. Rebecca Jackson and Veda Lyons going blow for blow. And, oh, by the way, don't forget about Tasha Hendershot. And there she is with the return. Set up by Coker in the middle for Kashjan. Kept alive by Tenney in the back line. And it is returned by Lily White. Here comes Minerva. Coker for Rebecca Jackson. Off the net and off of an Aviator. Alliance keeps it alive. Phillips mishits. Is it in? Not quite. Minerva now up by 7. Very nearly got it in.
It was close, but I do think that that ball was out, and that'll be a point for Minerva.
I would agree as well. Sent over by Hudson Schellenbarger. Zigged by Hendershot. And here come the Lions. Played back by Dowell to Rebecca Jackson. Zigged by Hendershot. It is out of play. Graham almost gets hit with the camera. That'll make it 18-10.
That would have been an expensive hit right there, let me tell you.
And an expensive hit on the floor. Alliance down by 8 calls time to talk things over. This time we will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors. How about those Minerva Lions? 18-10 your score in set number 3.
The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
Out of the timeout, Alliance gets the first point. A good amount of play in the middle, but just so similar. One bounce going in favor of one team. This time, it's the Aviators getting the lucky bounce. 18-11 your score. Set number 3. 1-1 overall your score. Heavy hit from Jackson. Digs by Hendershot. Kirsten White picks up Veda Lyons, and it is a 2-0 run for the Aviators.
That timeout was definitely a good decision, getting the Aviators' mindset right, getting back into this game, and already cutting down the lead to 6 points.
And they just need to keep the ball rolling from here. That is all it takes. Just keep it going. You establish your base. You establish that foundation. But we're going to go to life here. A house needs more than just a foundation. It needs walls. It needs a second level potentially. It needs more substance, just like this attack and this comeback. Foundation, it's great, but you need something else to build it on and something to build it with. Now some conversation down below. We have had that happen a fair amount tonight, more than usual.
Yeah, no doubt. Talking with the Alliance coach, I'm not sure what's going on again. Another slight kerfuffle, as we've said in the past. Looking for some towels, maybe a wet spot down there?
Most likely, that would make sense. Usually there is a rag of sorts on the actual net, but that is usually what happens in OAC play over at the college level. Here, obviously, not the Ohio Athletic Conference, albeit sometimes the softball diamond does host those Purple Raiders, as when you play on dirt in the middle of spring, you're not going to play all too much. I think last year's game against Muskegum was held at Alliance High School. Now it's at the end of the season in May. At that point, I was already back home in Strongsville. Sent over by White after the break. 18-12, Minerva on top. Jackson goes for the bump, opposed to the spike. White slips it through. High play at the net, pushed back by Lions. Now Dowell called off in the middle by Coker. It's Jackson. It stays in Minerva territory, and the Aviators are back within 5.
The Aviators are not letting that soggy stoppage of time get to their heads. They're keeping the volleyball rolling and keeping the momentum going.
Kirsten White, the freshman, sends it over. A toss-up at the net. It is low. It is a 4-0 run for the Aviators.
They are no doubt back in this game. Just coming out of that timeout, they were down 8. Now that lead is cut down to 4.
And one more point here, Minerva could call time. We will see how the Lions play this one. A tough spot. Cashed in, lollipops, and she gets the points. Right on cue, Minerva able to put their foot in the ground, and now they need 6 points to seal the frame.
And a win here in set 3 for the Lions would be huge, giving them the momentum going into set 4.
Dowell sends it over. Kirsten White forward. Now Lily White pushes it on. Jenna Dowell plays back. Rebecca Jackson once again hits it too low. The timing not right. Back to a 4-point set. And timing is everything in volleyball. If you are Rebecca, you have to take a second here, analyze the last couple of plays, time that jump slightly better, and she's back to getting plenty of kills. That's all it takes. It's tough to do on the fly, but if anybody can do it, it's Rebecca Jackson. This time it is Dierich sending it over. Kirsten White beats the defense, but Dowell digs it. And it is Jackson with the return. Alliance trying the offensive thing again, and the offensive thing pays off. Back to a 3-point set.
Big spike there from Blair, just over all the defenders' heads, puts it towards that back line, and it's a quick point for the Aviators to cut the lead down to 3.
Once again, going to the overall timeline of this game, we are an hour and a half in. A very long matchup so far. I don't think any volleyball game we have done has gone this long yet this season, but it's worth it. Minerva able to get into the 20s with that kill.
Now only 5 points are needed for them to close out set 3, up 2-1 on the set counter.
And once again for us at SmeeSports, partner with Minerva as of this year. Alliance and Marlington with Channel 1022. Whichever team wins, one of our teams that we cover wins. That's the fun of this. Whichever team wins, we walk out of here a winner. Jackson goes for the kill. Not going to get it done. Good deflection for the Aviators. And there is the return for Lions. She will overshoot. Minerva back up by 5. And this is where they have to close it out. No more questions.
They can't keep letting the Aviators fight if they want to win this set. But the Aviators will not let go, as we've seen in the past set.
Kirsten White going to Phillips. Phillips denied at the net, and Blair will return, and she gets the kill. Even when it doesn't look like she's trying, she gets results. But you could tell she is giving it her all. She just makes it seem so effortless. And that's a great thing to have.
Absolutely.
If you can go out there making it look like it's just second nature, like it's pedestrian, you are clearly a top talent. And no surprise with Blair, she has been elite tonight. Lions, it is off of the back wall. Too heavy on the reception. Minerva now needs 3 points to walk out of here with a victory in set number 3. And they need it here. And once again, the more time that they give to Alliance, the less likely they get the win. We saw it against West Branch last week in set number 3. Very similar here as Blair sends it along. Coker lines it up. Jackson, Mario hops it over. Kirsten White lining it up. It is returned by Baker. Here come the Lions once again. Catlett pushes, and Catlett gets the points. 23-17, Minerva on top. If you're Alliance, do you need a big play to swing things back in your favor?
Yeah, definitely. Whether it's on offense or defense, we've seen the blocks coming all night from Blair, and we've seen the spikes coming all night from Veda Lions.
And Hendershot able to slip it through, make it 23-18. Substitution for Alliance. It is Gianna Phillips, the junior, back in. We're leaving Baker of her duties for now. And as well, I do have to say the score bug in-house on the video board, a much improved board from last year. Good graphics updated in the offseason. Catlett gets it through, and it is set point for Minerva. make it 24-18.
Minerva now up 6, kind of regaining that lead as we saw a slight momentum swing for the Aviators. The Lions stomping that one out, really trying to put this set to rest.
And it's Dirac trying to do so, almost an ace. White keeps the Aviator hopes alive, but Hender's shot can't return. It is finished. Minerva wins set number 3, 25-18, your final. And we will watch that one back. Dirac places it perfectly, and by a technicality, it's an ace. But Cooper, your thoughts on that play? Right place, right time. Minerva, they had a great opportunity here to seal the deal, and they did.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We've seen both teams playing gritty volleyball. Alliance has been playing out of their minds. I mean, this is what they need if they want that first EBC win.
And they have to put the Jets back on in set number 4. It's do or die for the Aviators. Minerva overall up 2-1 on Alliance. You are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
As Cooper hits the cha-cha slide, we are back at Harry Fales Gymnasium. 2-1, Minerva on top of the Alliance Aviators as you are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. Once again, Cooper, a lot of verbiage in there, a lot of proud supporters of SmeeSports. You love to see it.
Yeah, and like you mentioned with the cha-cha slide, the fans all getting interactive today. So many people in attendance to watch this incredible volleyball game.
But once again, you just look at the way that this game has gone. Minerva doing just a little bit more. Alliance, they won the opening set, and it's their game to control until it wasn't. And from now on, it's Alliance playing from behind. So we will see how the Aviators match up in this 4th set. Maybe the last one as the first serve goes wide. And it is Minerva on top. But for those just tuning in all the way around, a very good game. Alliance, they have given it their all. But Minerva, without Ayla Schellenbarger, they have still looked promising.
Yeah, and they've taken those last 2 sets, and they've looked very strong in both of them.
White plays it back, and Phillips with the return. Almost a point right away. That will get the job done, though. And just like that, we are tied up at 1. Lily White with the kill. Power in the middle. Whether it be Veda, whether it be Lily or Tasha, whoever has the ball for Alliance, they can make something happen.
No doubt. Everyone looking to make an impact today for the Aviators.
And it is the freshman Kirsten White making an impact. It is an ace for the Aviators. And it does appear that we do have an injury for Minerva. That is Kazdan, who is down. And she will be helped up by Coach Oakes. Not the sign you want to see, just kind of fell at the wrong angle. And as she is treated, we will step aside on SmeeSports. Welcome back to Harry Fales Gymnasium. Kazdan able to get off of the court on her own power. It looked like just pretty simply the wind got knocked out of her. It happens all the time, but definitely a painful experience.
Yeah, and that's not promising for the Lions as they already have one injury on their team. Ayla Schellenbarger not able to play today. Another injury for the Lions may turn the tides in favor of the Aviators.
And we will see if Kazdan does get back to the action soon. White able to keep it alive. Minerva, they want to seal the deal in set number 4. It is Jackson getting it through, digged in the back line, but not enough from Tenny. The point goes to Minerva. Once again, Rebecca Jackson, she has been the focal point of this offense. When it's all said and done, easily could be our player of the game, but make sure you do stay tuned after our final commercial break when we officially make that announcement. Phillips gets it over. An awkward reception by Minerva. Schellenbarger didn't get it the best way, and we are tied up at 3.
And like you mentioned, Jackson for Minerva, the lone senior, trying to make a difference there for the team, and she clearly is.
So many things to look at tonight. If there was a full post-game show, then we would be on the air for hours just breaking this one down. Alliance trying to make it a 5th set eventually, now up 4-3 in set number 4.
If we went to a 5th set here, I would think that the fans would be happy, but maybe some of them are trying to go home and watch Dak Prescott versus Jalen Hurts.
But I think this game, it is clearly living up to the hype. Minerva able to tie it up. A good kill in the middle. Either way, if Minerva gets the win, 2-2 in EBC play, not out of contention if Carrollton, West Branch, and Marlington takes care of each other. As for Alliance, they get the win tonight. And it is going to be a big celebration for the Aviators. This program, it has struggled over the past couple of years, but this is how they get back to their best. Alliance able to take that point, just some miscommunication by Minerva.
If they could get the win here, that would be huge, as you mentioned. Not only their first EBC win this season, but their first EBC win in the past 2. This could be a big game for the Aviators.
Once again, one win in the 2023 season in conference play, and that came against Salem. It is Jackson going for the kill, and she gets it done. But with Rebecca Jackson playing as good as she is right now, it is going to be tough to shut her down.
Yeah, and even though we've seen so many times from Blair especially, the Aviators have a great defensive presence, they just have not been able to fully shut down Jackson.
Either way, this will be the final set that does have first to 25 implications. The next one, first to 15. So slightly different. White plays it back. Hendershot with the return. Minerva will try it again. All tied up at 5. Callett lollipops it. Kirsten White digs. Lions up to Tasha Hendershot. And it is digged back by Jackson. Slips through at first. Blair tries to put it down. Barely avoids the net. And Rebecca Jackson sends it right back. Here come the Aviators. Blair, a good run made by Baker. And Baker wins the point for Alliance.
Alliance now up 1. The little momentum going in their favor. They need to play off this momentum and keep the ball rolling.
And keeping the ball rolling, it's a simple ideology, but how you execute it right now, it's establishing a 2-point or more lead.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we've seen that time and time again in the first set with Alliance. Once they got past that 2 or more point lead, they really just took off.
Sent over by the Aviators. 6-5 your score in set number 4. Lined up for Dirac. It is off of Blair, and the honors are even at 6. But once again, we'll keep saying it all the way around. A balanced performance by both teams. Minerva heading in that big blow without Ayla. That was always going to be tough to overcome. We do not know how long she is out. It appears that she is in good spirits on the sideline, but it's so difficult without your main attacker to win games. But Rebecca Jackson, once again, she has stepped up in a big way. Kirsten White with a set, and Hendershot with the return. Alliance trying to put it away, and who else but Kyla Blair in the middle? Make it 7-6 Alliance. And Cooper once again with 6-7 here.
Oh yeah, I mean this is the huge internet trend going on right now. The 6-7 meme is going viral everywhere.
Blair tries to keep it alive, but not for long. We are tied up at 7. But here at SmeeSports, we make so many references from the 70s and 80s that the new generation doesn't understand. Roles reversed when we get to the 2025 stuff.
Yeah, and that's what's great about having, an intern in high school. He knows all the Gen Z slang, so.
I do not, and once again, it's tough being in college compared to high school. The lingo's slightly different. Good slip over, but an excellent dig by Coker keeps it alive. And returned by Rebecca Jackson. Here come the Aviators, all tied up at 7. It is Hendershot. Jackson digs, return to the front line, and there is Catlett, and Catlett gets a lucky tip for a point. That was the luck of the draw right there, just able to barely hit it off of an Aviator. But back to your point of having an intern in high school, I was talking with Coach Beth Snyder of the Mount Union women's lacrosse team, and she said parents ask, who is the man calling games? Not the college freshman last year, now sophomore, so I do feel old today in a special way. Good dig in the back line by Phillips, but not enough for the return. Minerva up by 2, and I could be mistaken, but I think this is the first 2-point lead or more of set number 4.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. The Lions just trying to get out and ahead here.
Zowell digs close to the net, but nobody home. Back to a 1-point game.
Back and forth. Set 1, set 2, set 3, and now set 4. Just going back and forth between these two teams. It has been absolutely electric to watch this game.
And there is a chance that we do see a 5th set. We said it earlier on, and right now it's not out of the realm of possibility. But Minerva trying to make that the case. Tipped over, and it is a point for Minerva. Jillian Dowell, the freshman, does it. 2 pairs of siblings on the Minerva roster. You have Ayla and Hudson Schellenbarger, and then Jillian and Jenna Dowell.
And that just gives you more of that sibling relationship bond. We saw it with the White sisters on Alliance.
And even more so, the elder of the 2 is a junior, the younger, both freshmen. Very interesting dynamic. Jackson goes for the kill, returned by Hendershot. Minerva will try it again. Jackson goes for it a second time. That time she will get the kill.
And now up 3, the Lions really just trying to get the momentum going. We've said it so many times, it's a simple principle to try and get your momentum going, but it's a little bit harder done than said.
And we talked about it earlier. If Jackson could fix her timing, she has fixed it perfectly. Lions with a return. Nice dig by Schellenbarger. And there is the light tap for the return. Lily White for Veda Lions. Dowell digs. Set up by Coker for RJ. And RJ is able to get it off of Lions. But the Aviators keep it alive. And Veda gets the return. Minerva, they will try the offensive thing one more time. Jackson able to get it back to Tenney. And White gets it back over into no man's land. Coker with the dig. Jackson, one more try. Now another as she sets up the offense. Play now to the right side, and there is the point for Minerva. Clara Baker gets it done.
Minerva now going on a solid run. I believe that's 3 points in a row for them. Now up 4 against the Aviators. This might be the momentum they need.
Excellent adjustment made by Minerva. Jackson couldn't get the point. They then go to somebody else, and now they go to another player. This time it is Hudson Schellenbarger. 13-8 Minerva. Timeout Alliance. And just like that, the Lions are 12 points away from walking out of here with a 3-1 victory. 13-8 Minerva, your score in set number 4.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
A little YMCA action here at Harry Fales Gymnasium. I will say the music has been on point today. But for those just tuning in, he is Cooper Fontaine. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, and later on replay on Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, Minerva lines up for Jackson, kept alive by Lions, and returned by Lily White. The Aviators down by 5, need a point here. Kirsten White digs, so does Tenney. There is the return from Phillips. Nicely done by A-Town. The Lions try it again. It's Jackson. So much power. And the point goes to Alliance, though.
In clutch time, these Aviators are not backing down. Even if they're down 5, they're going to keep the pressure on and keep playing with that 110% intensity like we mentioned earlier.
And no surprise at all. Alliance knows this game is within reach. This is their opportunity to get the win. The EBC win that has evaded them for so long now. And overall, Minerva, 7 aces. Alliance, 1 more with 8. Lions goes for the kill. Digged in the back line by Hudson Schellenbarger. Now for Jackson. Hendershot keeps it alive. Pushed over by White. And once again, Jackson keeps it afloat. Now the attempt from Baker. It is long. Alliance back within 3.
Yeah, this is what the Aviators need to get back in it. We saw Minerva get their momentum going, but within a timeout, that momentum can just flip, and the Aviators are already on a 2-point run.
Kirsten White sends it over. Dowell with the dig. Lined up for Jackson. Jackson can't get it back over, and the point goes to Alliance. No initial return, so technically that is ace number 9.
Alliance now within 2, ace number 9. I mean, this game back and forth, both with the aces and with the score. I mean, this game has just been absolutely electric. I've said it so many times.
And now it is a 1-point game. Yet again, no return. It's a longer-winded ace. You can fight me on the definition. If it's not returned, it's technically an ace. And I will score it as such one more time. So now Alliance with 10, Minerva with 7. And there is a rare return. That almost never happens like that. Jackson just puts her arm out there, and that gives Minerva a shot here. Lions trying to tie it. Jackson once again keeps it alive. Rebecca one more time. She gets the job done.
That was wild.
You just had to just keep repeating rare. That is the only way to work through what we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be on the replays for sure, no doubt.
Stuck her hand out there, and magically the ball right where it needed to be. White keeps it alive, and now Lily White with the return. Here comes Minerva. Jackson lining up. Instead, it's Dierich, and Hendershot will dig in the back line. Now lined up for Lions, and Lions will get the kill. Now 14-13 your score.
Another strong hit from Lions. We've been saying it this whole time. Lions and Hendershot have been forces with the spikes and the inside scoring for the Aviators.
Lily White back deep to send it along. 7 aces entering play tonight. Alliance down by 1. A chance to tie it up here. Kirsten White for Veda Lions. Lollipops it over. Jackson digs. Rebecca lined up on the outside. She is denied by Blair, but kept alive by Veda Lions. And Veda will get the return. Not quite. It hits the net. Very nearly a tie game, but once again, Minerva stays up by 2.
And in the face of the defensive monster that is Blair, the Minerva Lions did not crumble. They bend, but they did not break, and they stayed strong and won that point.
Baker sends it over, but it is too far along. Set number 30, or serve rather, could be the one that ties it up. Now 15-14, Minerva on top. What a matchup so far. And here we go, serve number 30. Dowell skies it. Bumped along, and there is the return by Jackson, now floating over to the right side from the outside. Hendershot returns, kept alive by Schellenbarger. Lined up for Rebecca Jackson. Digged by Lions. Same with Kirsten White, and the return from Baker. Minerva trying to hang on to their lead. Blocked by Blair, kept alive, and there is the return by Hendershot. We play on. Can Alliance get the job done here? Hendershot will send it over one more time. Minerva trying to put the play to bed. It is Dierich, and it is off of Lily White.
Despite the heroics from the Aviators, the Lions will win that point. That was incredible to watch. We've said it so many times. It is just back and forth. Both teams showing grit, showing determination, and showing that they want to win this volleyball game.
This is very comparable to so many big Mount Union games from last year. Very similar to the MCVL championship. That was BW and Mount Union. Will it be an ace? Yes, it is. A big 8th ace of the night for Minerva. And who else but Rebecca Jackson?
Right. And that one to put them up 3, trying to get the momentum going back their way after a quick run by the Aviators.
17-14, Minerva on top. Now within 8 of getting the win. White forward, Kirsten for Blair. Blair mistimes it. Minerva up by 4. And they are starting to walk towards the victory lap.
But this game isn't over yet. I mean, we've seen the Aviators come back from these deficits and nearly win the set like we saw in set 2.
And they want to do it again here as Blair will return into no man's land. Dowell with the dig, lined up for Dierich, and Dierich gets the kill.
Great placement right there, in between a few defenders, just out of reach of all of them. Great placement by the Lions. We've seen it throughout this game, and we've seen it from the Aviators as well.
And Dierich will dab on the haters. Timeout Alliance.
How about the throwback with the dab there?
We asked who would step up in place of Ayla Schellenberger. The answer, enter Gracie Mamarov Dierich. She has been great tonight. Minerva 6 points away from getting the victory. They look to close the door when we return.
Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
(19-14) Minerva on top in set number 4. This one pretty much decides who walks out of here with the win. Alliance trying to get back in it. It is Hendershot slipping it through. Catlett keeps it alive. Coker back to Catlett, and she places it on the Scripps Aviator logo. 20-14, the Lions on top in set number 4. And a 6-point lead. You can start to see that dagger.
Yeah, only 5 points left to go for the set for the Minerva Lions, and that one served straight into the net for a serving error.
And Alliance now within 5. It's doable.
Especially for the Alliance Aviators. Alliance, a city of grit. All the teams show grit in the way they play. This is not a loss yet for the Aviators.
You might think Carnation City not the most intimidating flower, but looking beyond that, this is a city of warriors. No offense to Beloit and Carrollton. And it will hit off of the net, and the point goes to Minerva. Make it 21-15. And you like not just West Branch, going to the Village name on top of it.
Right. I mean,
adding a little bit extra.
You don't have to be a warrior to be a warrior. You know what I mean?
Quote of the day right there. White forward, two-hander shot, goes up for it, but she is denied in the middle. It is Jillian Dowell, the freshman, putting it down.
The Lions now within 3. This is closing distance. They are just looking to put this game away right now.
And Alliance is out of timeouts. They have to roll from here. Dierich sends it over, but into the nets. And Alliance now down 22-16, in need of a massive rally.
And we saw them close out that first set very strong. We need a run similar to that one.
And it starts with Blair. Blair sending it along. Tough play at the net, but it is blocked by Lily White.
Huge block there. That could turn the momentum in favor of the Aviators. and allow them to close out and maybe even tie up this game.
And I believe tonight, all the way around, Alliance does have the lead in blocks. That time, Blair, it is into the net. Minerva 2 points away from getting the win. Substitution for the Lions in the meantime. They want to seal this one now. McCroby comes out. Clara Baker comes in. And you can see some love between Zowell and the new substitutes. A shallow send. White lining it up for Tasha Hendershot. Kept alive by the Lions for now. Catlett pushes over, digs right back, and it falls in Minerva territory.
How about the play there by the Aviators, keeping it alive and getting that placement on the line, just out of reach for another point.
Accidental bliss and perfection. You cannot script that any better. Hendershot trying to keep it going. 23-18, Minerva on top in set number 4. Lined up on the far side. It is off of the antenna, it looks like, or at least off of the net. Alliance within 4. If you're Minerva, timeout could start to enter your mind a little bit, but not for sure. Hendershot sends it over. Alliance needs a point here once again. Lined up for Dowell. Gets a tip, but in favor of the Aviators. Lined up for Lions. Dowell sets it to keep it alive. Lined up, and there is the return by Baker. We play on. Lions lollipops it. Dowell digs. Set up by Coker for Rebecca Jackson. And it is digged in the back line by Oyster. And there is the return by Phillips. A good sequence here. A big point on the line. Dowell places it over. Phillips behind. Lions goes for the kill. Can't get it done. Here comes Minerva. Catlett pushes. Phillips with the dig. Nobody else home. White dives. Lions with the return. Dowell now playing it forward. It is Baker. Can't Alliance break the cycle? Lions goes for it. Does she get it? No, she does not. No ricochet. And it is set and match point for Minerva.
A huge sequence there, both for the Lions and the Aviators. That was the sequence that would give one of them the momentum to go their way to close out this last set.
And this could be the final serve. Schellenbarger sends it over. Alliance needs the return here. White taps it. Digged by Minerva, and there is the return. Alliance will try it again. Kirsten White for Veda Lions. We will continue.
A clutch play there by Veda Lions. We've seen it time and time again with her front line scoring, being able to make the play at the right time, and now being able to make the play in clutch time.
It is Baker coming in for the Aviators. 24-20. They need a run here, and it is an ace! A massive ace for Alliance! Once again, the freshman Kirsten White.
This one to put the Aviators within 3. This game is not over yet. As I said earlier, the Aviators will never give up.
And it is another ace, back-to-back for the freshman. Wisdom beyond her years. Make it 24-22. Timeout, Minerva.
This is incredible. This is what you want to watch when you watch volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, huge plays for White, the freshman, back-to-back aces in clutch time to put the Aviators within 2.
Unbelievable play. We have been waiting for a game like this, Cooper. We have been waiting for a classic, and we have it.
Absolutely. Taking it within 2 points in set 4. Could this be a set 5 shootout?
You need 2 more if you are Alliance to force extra serves. That is the bare minimum. No mistakes in the next 2 plays, and we continue. But that is easier said than done. Against these Minerva Lions, a scrappy bunch. Rebecca Jackson on point tonight. No Ayla Schellenbarger, number 19. She has more than filled in. On top of that, Dierich, the sophomore, stepping up in a massive way as well.
Aviators now with momentum heading out of the timeout. Can they close the gap here, just 2 points behind the Minerva Lions?
And it will be on the back of Kirsten White, the freshman, as she sends it over. It is a clean serve. Jackson goes for the jugular and gets it. Rebecca Jackson seals the deal. Minerva wins it 25-22, 3-1 overall.
Rebecca Jackson with an absolute heartbreaker against the Alliance Aviators. She put the game away, and she has done what she has done all throughout the night, making heavy spikes and putting the ball with great placement onto the opponent's side of the court.
And the Minerva Lion players, they are loving it. They wanted this big win, and they got it right at the end. Alliance nearly getting it back to where they wanted it to be. But this night, it bleeds red. Minerva red. And they will walk out of here 3-1, your final. One final commercial break on our end, and then we will return to announce our player of the game. You are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes. Whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter, we do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions!
It is a big victory tonight for the Minerva Lions. 3-1 your final. Going through the matchups, 25-16 Alliance in set number 1. 2-4 won by Minerva, 28-26, 25-18, and 25-22. Your player of the game tonight, presented by SmeeSports, Rebecca Jackson. Only senior on Minerva, and she played like she was carrying a class of 500 seniors all on her back.
Yeah, and she really stepped up with the loss of Ayla Schellenbarger. She did her best, and she really showed out. She was showing strength up front, great plays. She was making all the spikes, and she closed out the game with that game-winning play.
And I will say, for the first time in our coverage of Minerva, the Lions have won. So let's give them a round of applause for that. Great to see Minerva getting the win tonight. I know, Cooper, you as an Alliance student wanted to see the Aviators, but they fought valiantly, and we will see them again on Tuesday as they take on Carrollton in boys soccer. Our next game that we have scheduled, that I know off the top of my head before that, though, it is tomorrow, the big one, Minerva Springfield. Springfield wins, first 2-1 start since 2017. If Minerva wins, back-to-back wins, and first 2-1 start since 2013. You were maybe 4 when that happened.
Yeah, that's a little crazy, and this is huge, like you mentioned, for both of these teams, but more than any, this is huge for the Minerva Lions. I know I just said it weird, but I am just so excited for this team, watching them play a great game today in volleyball, hopefully being able to hear the results of that game on Friday. I'm actually excited for them, even though there are in-conference rivals. I'm rooting for them to get the win, their first 2 win in a row since 2013.
A lot of great people at Minerva. Looking forward to seeing that one tomorrow. Information is on your screen on how you can become a broadcast sponsor, along with our social media pages, SmeeSports on Instagram, SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook, and SmeeSports LLC on LinkedIn. That LinkedIn page is new, so make sure you go follow us on all of our platforms. As well, subscribe down below. The goal is 5,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you're new, go down below and subscribe. There's no added cost. but it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports, as we do a lot of games here in the Cleveland and Stark County areas. A lot of great sporting games to come in the next couple of weeks, starting tomorrow night at Minerva High School, 6:15 SmeeSports pregame. Myself and DC Daniel Clark on the call for that one. But that'll do it for us here at Harry Fales Gymnasium. First time back here since February, and it is great to be back here at Alliance High School. Always a great place to be. One more time, shout out to AD Tim Goodman for allowing us to do these games here. But he's been Cooper Fontaine. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from the Harry Fales Gymnasium, and we will see you again next time. This has been OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to see you again tomorrow live at Robert H. Hines Stadium as Minerva football takes on Akron Springfield.